Yo, hello everyone, I am Jack the Jack of Knaves, and welcome back to Stonehearth. So you might be wondering to yourself, Jack, this is not mud, this is not the town I've grown to love. That is true. The game updated, and because of that all our saves became incompatible, which basically means we lost mud, but we now have new mud. So we can come around and do a bunch of new things here in new mud. So the first step, I just on my own basically got us to the same general spot that we were before. We have the same amount of villagers. I actually think we have one more. Just set up some basic stuff, got farming, built the carpenter building like we did before, started setting up some mining. Something that I do want to try, and I say try because I did this earlier and it failed miserably. I want to see if I can make... I think what I need to do here, I tried to build like a little thing where it's just like, hey, this is like a little, mining tunnel and like a little wooden structure up front. And then it, well, it bugged out. So that was kind of weird, but anyway. So today what I want to do, we made a tailor last episode. We actually had a tailor and a mason, but I didn't really explain. So I want to show you the tailor. We're going to build a building for the tailor as well. And then from there, there's one other building that I want to try to build. So we're going to do a little bit of building. First things first, with the weaver. So how the weaver works is everything is built off of these three basic things. Spools of threads, bolts of leather, bolts of cloth. And we actually can't see. Oh, you actually can't see them. And then when you do so, you can build stuff like outfits, you can make furniture stuff, etc., toys. But all of them require this. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to come in here, and it requires lots of spools of thread, which is actually why with every farm, even when I didn't have the weaver up, I would always make the silkweed plot of land, or the crop, because you're going to need lots and lots of it. So we're going to come in here, we're going to tell our weaver to make 6 of those, or 7 of them. The reason why, because it costs 3 of those threads to make a bolt of cloth, and we need 2 bolts of cloth and a string to make an upgraded worker outfit. Now the upgraded worker outfit is actually really nice because every worker that we have, if they wear it, it gives them an extra 10% speed, which is great. It adds up definitely over time, and you level up, so you can make that. And then at level 2, we want to make the thick leather vest. It requires 2 bolts, 1 thread. I need 1 thread for a bolt. Let's make 3 of those, 2 of those, and oh! There's a UI error. Alright, reset the UI. Hopefully things go better. Hopefully this does not go tragically for us. Okay. Yes. We can't select that yet, so it doesn't matter. You might be wondering, Jack, are you doing it like this? Could you, in theory, just like throw everything in there? Yes, but this is habit from an earlier version. In an earlier version, our Hearthians had no clue what to do if you put like a bunch of stuff and you just like build me a ton of things. And if they didn't have the requirements to build that thing, they would just kind of stand there and be like, I don't know how to do stuff. So I hope this works. So I've gotten in the habit of putting in order. Technically, at this point in the game, the Hearthians are smart enough to realize, like, oh, I don't have the requirements to build this item, but I can build the second item. And so they will go about building that. So trying to see if I can get this little mineshaft thing. When I put it in, like in block buildy form, it looks really cool, so I want them to build it. Okay. So we're going to try to build a couple of things here today. One thing we're going to try to build, let's build a weaver's station. Let's actually do it over here. So first things first, let's extend this road. Alright, we'll come in here. We were using this road. So we go like 5. Let's see if we can make like a gradual sort of corner turn. Actually, since this is excuse me, since this is a road, I think it's actually fine if we do kind of like sharp turns like this. I don't know. In my brain, it makes sense if they do like sharp turns on a road like this. So come in here, and we'll do that. We'll lay out the roads as such. We can say you can build that. I think that looks fine for like a turn. Build it. Yes, please. Okay, we're gonna come here while they finish up that. Let's continue to attempt to do this thing. I have no clue. Oh, you apparently don't like it if I try to build something on you. Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. That's fine. No, you still don't like being built upon. Bummer. Well, I guess we can't do the thing I wanted to do. Man, I wanted to do like a little like crossbar. Whatever. We'll do it like this, I guess. Doesn't look at nice, but at least tells me where. Because the problem is like it blends in. So let's do it like that. Let's see if they build that. There we go. Okay. So we have the Weaver Station here. I'm gonna try to keep all the shops kind of close together. I want to put like the Weaver here, and then I'll put like the Blacksmith Mason like over here, and then I'll put houses along the way. Hey, good job, you. Actually, if you're level 2, that means I can have you build that as well. Okay. So everyone's sitting down, not working. That's fine. Okay. So let's build a house here. I fiddled around with designs before. Let's see. I want to try doing something like this. Let's do maybe like a 9 by 8. And then we'll do like a 6 by 4. Let's see how that looks. I want to try experimenting. Actually, that's too far forward. I want to try to make it, at the very least, so that my buildings don't get monotonous. I want to try doing different shapes. And I want to try to, whenever possible, stray away from situations where we'll be left with just like squares. I mean, they're all good, or rectang. I mean, they're all going to be rectangles in one way or another. But I feel like I can try to not make it a rectangle whenever possible. I think this looks good. This looks like a good, decent little start here. And let's come in here. We'll put down a wood door. I'm still gonna do the wood door in the back sort of situation. We'll have to cut down this tree, actually. Thinking about it, let's do that now, because I don't want a situation where we try to build the what's it called? Where we try to put the roof on and then the game freaks out about it. So, hey, you look like you were about to do it. No, you want to take a nap. You're like, whoa, I am too tired for that. I was gonna chop down that tree, but I just realized that it's nap time. Ooh, where's to sell? I don't care about that, but do you want to buy these 4 really nice tables? So I tried to, the act of building these 3 dining tables, I actually really like how the basic tables look. And when your craftsmen get to like a certain skill, they start building like, ooh, I can make fancy versions of stuff, which is why we have a stockpile filled with fine wall-mounted lanterns that I don't like. Because I like these wooden ones. I like the aesthetic of them. And so in the process of building these 3 tables, I made 10 really nice tables. And in the process of making these chairs, I made about 10 really nice chairs. So I just sold them all. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. And so if we actually look in here, we have just 1 gold? What? Oh, that's why. Is all my gold in here? Oh, there we go. There's where my gold is. Put the gold in there. Put it in my gold chest. Fill that crate with gold so that all the goblins can steal it. Okay, getting distracted. Anyway, let's build this. Yeah, so I think this looks like a good design. Let's come in here. I'm going to embellish the floor as I do. Do like a 5 by 5. We can put the crafters thingy-ma-thing here. This, I'm going to put like 2 crates, so that's what this is for. Actually, because of that, we'll just kind of put the floor like that, so it's like, hey, crates go here. mark up the floor. Okay, good. I think this looks good. Daily update. Hey, we get a new person. Yay! Yeah, you would. You would love to join this great town of mud. What are you good at? You are good at being average. Good job, you. Way to be an average person. Speaking of average people, not really. That's not the segue I was looking for. Oh, we don't have enough of the silkweed. I have 2 farmers. Excuse me. We have 2 farmers. They should be farming more. I know what I'll do. Okay, anyway. Let's finish this building. Not done yet. Oh, there we go. Stone roof. Like that. I'm gonna make it so that the red roof designates that we have a what is it called? That we have a craftsman building. I'm gonna use the different roof covers to designate different types of buildings. So if we have a red roof, it means this. If we have a blue roof, it means something else. If we're using a wooden roof, that means something else as well, etc., etc., etc. Within reason. I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy on it. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it for this building. I think that looks fine. Let's tell them to build it, and they'll start building, I suppose. When's full speed? Here we are. Okay, great. So they'll build that. I still don't know why they didn't finish this. Oh, maybe because it got weird. The building is weird in this game a little bit. Not in like a bad way, it's just like sometimes it gets kind of funky. Speaking of which, let's throw... Speaking of building, not funkiness. I mean, we can talk about funkiness if you want, but it wasn't exactly what I was going for. Oh! There we go. Build that too. I want the little, like, the muddy tract that's up in front. Okay, so they'll work on that. There's one more building that I wanted to try building, and we're going to try doing it over here, I think. So right now, all of our people are eating outside, which is fine. You can do that. There's no rules against eating outside, but they're eating at dining tables outside, and that is a little weird. In the grand scheme of things, it's a little strange that they've got dining tables set up outside. While I ramble on, let's get our carpenter to start carpenting. Need 2 of these and 3 of those, I think. There, good work. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna build a place over here, and the other function that I want. We have berries. Whoa! Collect those berries. So I want to build like a tavern-y sort of building. Now, I originally had a design that I was trying to build on my own, and the game doesn't like it whenever I try to build it, so we're actually going to do something else. So what we're going to do, we're going to stick it over here-ish. Now we're going to say, for this first part here, let's do a 7 by 6. Because we also have the cook, which is upgraded out of the farmer. So we'll need a place for that as well. So this will be like the cook's area. Then what we'll do, I'm gonna make like let's do like a 9 by 17. Let's see what that looks like. I didn't experiment as much with this one as I have like with other ones. For some reason you are upset because I didn't actually put floors, I put something else. Okay. Oh. Let's check that out. That looks fine. It's a little plain, but it's alright, and we could stick a door there. Okay. Which is one of my prerequisites. Okay, so this looks fine for now. Let's embellish it. What would it look like if I did something like that? What if I did that? How would that make the building look? It definitely gives it a more interesting shape. I'm okay with this. Let's see what happens when we put in a couple doors and windows. This is literally the building process, which is like you put something down and you're like, how does this look? It looks okay. What if we did it like this? That looks okay too. Actually, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. Do I want to embellish the back of that? That's a good question. Let's see what happens. Let's hope that the roof doesn't freak out. I'm gonna go with a wooden roof. How does that look for like a little tavern-y sort of building? It's really flat on here, and that's the only thing I don't like. But do I want to fix that? No. Like, kind of, but kind of not. It's flat, but I think that's fine. I think this is fine as far as buildings go. It's got a little something up front, but the side. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta do this. I have a compulsive need to try to fix this. Let's do something like this. We'll do like 2 away. What does that do to my building? That looks better. I like it. Okay. It was a good fix. Good job, guys. Thanks for suggesting that. Okay. We'll come in here, put down the windows. Okay. I think this will be fine. Then what we're gonna do from here, I'm gonna place those down. I'm not gonna put windows back there because that makes no sense to me. Because it's just the side. We're gonna do that. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these blocks, and what I want to try to do is let's make it so it's almost like that's like a little counter. And it's like, hey, here's the counter. Don't walk past here. And I think this gives us plenty of space to put down tables and some such. We'll come in here. Let's go with stone for the cook, and let's actually make this entire floor stone. Not like the entire floor, but let's do our, whoops. If we did our 5 by 5, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So it looked like that. Let's do it like this. I feel like it makes marginally more sense if like I don't know why, but like a stone floor for like the cook makes more sense to me. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, let's go with that. As our last embellishments, oh, I need to make some signposts. Let's do that. Let's put that up. Yeah, okay. And then let's actually, as our last step here, I want you to pick up that table and pick up that chair so we can try to experiment with it. Try putting some tables and some chairs down. So last step. And actually, while we work on that, you build me a generic sign, because if this is a tavern, it's gotta have it has a sign on it. I mean, you gotta tell people like, hey, we got food here. Where's that lantern? There we go. Let's build me that. Don't build me a fine quality. I swear to God, I don't want them. Also, something weird. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you cannot sell nice lanterns. Oh, good, you built generic ones. If you make a lantern that is nice, you cannot sell it. So these red lanterns, I will just, by the end of this game, just have a ton of them. Just, as we go on, I will just have piles and piles and piles of them. Okay. So let's see, if we place down... Now, since this is like a tavern-y bar sort of area, I don't want to like set down chairs that... It's like, I don't want to set down a chair like always. We gotta make sure that our guys can walk past. Let's do it like that, like that. I mean, I guess the other thing to consider is that they will like walk over tables, so it's not, we don't have to be like super duper crazy about this. Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine if they like walk over tables and stuff. Okay, yeah. And so it looks populated. Unfortunately, it looks a little like almost too cramped, but I think that'll be fine. Okay. So let's say that that's good for this building. Let's click on it. Let's finish editing. Let's take a look one more time. Yeah. Okay, so we need 5 tables and 11 chairs. I have plenty of chairs. I need 2 more dining tables. That's the only thing. Unfortunately, too, the other thing is that that doesn't make... it's not the most efficient layout, but aesthetically I like it. Because it gives that impression. That it's like, oh, this is like a tavern-y sort of place. People come here and they eat. Something we could do in the future, I suppose. Or something else as well. In houses, you can put down tables and chairs, and like the Hearthians will go and eat there. So it's not crazy. Let's relocate. Oh, whoop. I actually don't want to do that. Oh, too late. Question. Oh, good. I was about to be like, is that gonna bug out because I did that? Okay, good. We'll put the Weaver station there. We'll put the crates. And the last thing I want to try to do, I don't know if this will actually work, but I wonder if I could come in here and be like, hey, you should build me a personal, like, let's do it better, like a personal little thing over here. Do like a 5x8 and make me Silkweed, like way over here. Well, they will very much just like run over and be like, on it, chief. They will make Silkweed. Okay. That's kind of cool. So I might think about doing something like that for a couple of the other. So maybe for like the food place, I can make like a small, like, oh, here's the extra carrot and potato place. I don't know. We don't have potatoes in this game. Why not? Potatoes are like a staple. Okay, I don't want any more of these. Get rid of them. No more nice tables. We can only have generically bad tables here. Also, why are you not building this? Probably because I didn't say to build it. Rufus Garrow has things to sell. That's nice of you. That's good. It's good that you do things. Alright. So anyway, that'll be it for this episode, I think. We did a couple things. This was kind of a flop. That's disappointing, but what can you do? At some point, my Hearthians will work on this. I hope sooner rather than later. And then, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We did a couple things. If the save corrupts itself again, I'll get back to, like, this point. So, and, okay, I don't want to... It didn't corrupt itself. It just became different. But if that happens again, I'll just get back to this point again. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and... as always, stay tuned for more.